Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Rakdos Ramp. So, back in the Brotherhood War days, Brotherhood's War, whatever that set was called, there was a Rakdos artifact deck that was built on ramping very quickly with the mana, was a Power Stone, and then eventually outdoing your opponent with big, flashy, splashy spells. But in the new meta, I feel like there might be a way to kind of do the same effect without so reliant on just artifact cards. So I found a deck online that synergizes pretty much on exactly that idea with Rakdos Ramp. Rakdos Ramp has very little ramp. It really just is Irencrag to the Celestus to the big score, right? Not a crazy amount of ramp, but when you get to that big end spells, then we get some really, really flashy, splashy spells in terms of Breach the Multiverse to steal opponent's cards, Etali to steal our opponent's cards, and then Chandra to double our steal of our opponent's cards. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. And we also slotted in 3 Decadent Dragon in the mid to late game to help also steal our opponent's cards, but I have a 4/4 on board for board presence. And in the early game, it's basically just removal, removal, removal. That's kind of the idea of the deck. So let's look at our deck list. In the early game, we got 1 cut down and 1 march. The cut down is very good against white deck. The march is pretty good against red deck, which are aggroing damage-wise towards our face. Then we have 4 go for the throw and 2 Sheoldred's Edict, making sure that we can get rid of any creature on board, and even sometimes planeswalkers. And then we got 1 Irencrag just to be able to ramp out a little bit earlier in the early game, going to the 3-drop. In the 3-drop, we got 2 Brotherhoods and to wipe whole boards if they're mono-white aggro with Dolly and stuff. Brotherhood's End will do a lot of damage for that. The Brotherhood's End also can wipe out a whole board of artifacts if we need to do that. Since we're not relying that much on artifact ramp, we might be able to use Brotherhood's End's secondary effect into good practice. And then we have 2 Celestus, 2 in the deck, because we really want to have that Celestus ramp, so we want to have that consistency. And Celestus is a very good card because once you draw 1, you can actually filter the other one just by the Celestus effect itself, right? So it lets us loot a card, and we can throw away the other Celestus. We don't need it in our hand. Then, of course, we have the other throwaway card, the big score. Discard a card, draw 2 cards, and then 2 treasure tokens. So this churns out our deck a lot faster, even though it's not technically card draw, because it is ±0, right? You discard a card, you also have to cast big score, so that's 2 cards out of your hand, and you put 2 cards back into your hand, so it's ±0, but you get 2 treasure tokens to help you ramp out a little bit earlier. And the big thing about big score is that you can copy it with Chandra to make it actually card advantage. We also have 3 Decadent Dragons, which is card advantage on our opponent's deck, which is kind of fun, right? Exile 2 cards from our opponent's deck, and then we can play whenever we want, but it's face down, so they don't get to see what we have exiled. I've kind of noticed that a lot of opponents just hates when that happens, then that they start misplaying because they don't know what they have left in their deck. Well, I do, because I have all the information. We got 1 big Mama Sheoldred here, just so that we can make him sacrifice another creature or planeswalker if we need to. I don't think the Rise of the Dark Realm effect is gonna really happen at all with this Sheoldred ever in standard play. We also have 4 Burn Down a House for more board wipe, but also we can turn on a dime and use Burn Down a House for damage. Then come the big splashy spells. We got 2 Chandra, of course, for copying double our instant sorcery effects, but we can also get mana from the +2 and then look at cards for the +1. We have 2 Breach, so that if our Chandra dies, we can actually bring it back. Also, take our opponent's cards. We also have 3 Etalis to do pretty much the same thing, right? Take our opponent's cards, but also take our cards. Our own deck is pretty splashy and pretty flashy and pretty high mana value. And then, I didn't talk about this yet, but we have 2 Virtue. It's technically a big splashy spell, but it's also a removal in the adventure side, right? 2 mana, lock-in score, -3/-3 on a creature, and gain 2 life. The only downside is that it is a sorcery, so you gotta be careful on when to cast it. And then, because we are a ramp deck, land base 26. We got 4 swamps, 3 mountains, 1 Takenuma, 1 Sokazin, 4 Blackcliff Cleave, 4 Haunted Ridge, pretty standard for black-red, but for all the decks lists I've found run the Triumphs. 2 Xander Lounge and 2 Xeotor's Proving Ground. At first, I thought it was just, maybe you run them because you can use that to help you kind of cycle when you have dead cards in your hand, and maybe someone will Sages you, and you can use these a little bit better. But I also noticed something when I was testing this deck out once. We got Decadent Dragons, which take our opponent's cards, but we don't get mana of any color. So these actually might help sometimes, right? Rarely does that matter, but it's like that 0.01% chance where it has a role. And then, we're currently in the Manland Central District deck list and standard. So we got 5 Field of Ruin to destroy our opponent's manlands. Technically, 3 Field of Ruin and 2 Demolition Field. You can swap around. You can make it 3-2. You can make it 4-1. Whatever your choice is. But there's 5 of these in the deck to make sure that our opponent does not have any manlands on us. And we got 7 basic lands so that we won't be out of basic lands when we try to basic check them. Kind of the idea of the deck. So, I've only test run this deck once, and it was pretty successful. But, again, this is a not traditional deck. So let's try it out and see what actually happens. Okay, who is our first opponent? It is going to be Zazaro. We're gonna go first with no ramp, unfortunately, but our removal and a dragon. So, you know what? No ramp, but keepable. We'll say hi and see what happens. Zazaro, are you a good player or are you one of those boring players? Boros. Boros in the name. Well, we're not going to be able to cast our dragon because it costs 2 red. This is a Boros Convoke deck, I think. Epicure? Alright, he's probably going to sack that thing for the demolition that I can never get. Let's kill it. I mean, I don't need to kill it right now, right? Let's make him scry first. To the top. Doesn't look like he has a play. Irencrag. Do I want a Decadent Dragon or Irencrag? Irencrag accelerates my turn 4 into 5, but I don't really have a 5-mana spell. So, no crack. Dragons for now. We have 6 board wipes, right? 2 Brotherhoods and then 4 burn down a house. Supposedly, we should be able to handle whatever they got. But you never know. So let's... Evangelist. Yeah. Battle Cry. Cavern of Souls. Interesting. Well, what happened to this? Huh. Well, the bug is crazy. Okay, so we can name vampires. And then we will be able to cast their evangelists. Is that what we want, though? We don't have to cast a dragon, right? If we name vampires? Funny. We get our Irencrag, and we'll get their evangelists out. Oh, well, the arts came back. Battle cries are +1/+0, I think. Yeah, +1/+0, so I can still block the flyer. It's really interesting. And then next turn we can Chandra. If we need to, I don't think we need to, but I got the Irencrag out on turn 4, which is pretty good. Helping us next turn with Chandra, and then turn after that with Breach is pretty enticing, to say the least. And let's see what our opponent's going to do. Boros Convoke is a good deck, I feel like. But I feel like also whenever I play it, I kind of never draw the demolition that is needed to make the deck good. Let's see if our opponent can do it. Man, Chandra with a double Breach would be pretty sick, but I don't know when I'll ever be able to do that. Especially against an aggro deck. Resolute Reinforcement main phase. Yeah, you got it. I guess he's gonna aggro me with like a big thing. Is he gonna attack at all? No. To the top. Okay, so I guess he will attack me. I mean, there's a breach, right? So I think right now, I'm just going to blow up the vampire, blow up this up. He gets another bat, but... And I'll lose my Chandra, but that's fine.
Plan? Fire doesn't need a plan.
4 to this. 4 to the bat. I don't want him to get battle cry, so... Yep. And then now he's gonna want to kill Chandra. All-out attack on Chandra, which is good for me because I can then breach. I don't actually have anything in my graveyard, so Chandra will come back from the breach. Pretty good effect. I don't know if you'll see it coming though, so this is a good trick on our side. There's a recruiter. We know that was gonna happen. Big board. My face. Chandra? He needs to send at least 2 things, or 3 things at Chandra. Or everything would just block. Right? So 3 of the creatures going after Chandra. Ah, where is it going? So hard to think, right? All my face? All my face? Really? Huh. Wouldn't I just block these 2? You sure that's what you want? Buddy? Old buddy, old pal? Okay. If that's what you want to do, that's, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll be at 9. I'm not dead, so. Okay, old buddy, old pal. Also get a bat. I guess they might have 1 damage against Chandra. If that's, no, they do not. Okay, well, double breaches, double breach. I guess he's asking for it. Etali from my graveyard, and from his graveyard, I'll get an Evangelist. Irencrag. I don't think I want to turn that into a. Yep, just get out of here. I mean, I don't think they would have won either way, but that was a very, very bad attack regardless. So, first game. In the bag. It's funny how I have a green mana symbol, because I also have Xander Lounge, right? So, but there's no blue mana symbol, and there's no green card in the deck, so I don't know what the arena deal is. We're playing against Yada. Hey, we gotta go first with, again, no great ramp. We got a cut down. Alright, well, we're gonna have to try this. Good enough of a hand, but this is kind of scary. We have 26 lands in the deck, so hopefully that's a mulligan, right? Pretty sure that's a mulligan. Hopefully we're not just dead on turn 3, because if we can get to turn 4, the big score can do things. And assuming we draw a land for 3 turns, you know, in 3 turns. Loungy. Turn 1. Oh, did they mulligan? Ah, the mountain. Swiss Sphere. Yep. Typical stuff. That's not a land. Okay, do we want to cut down the Swiss Sphere? I think we do, right? Because if he has buffs, won't I just die? Alright, this way it may look like I have another cut down. I don't. But it may look like I have another cut down. Yep, no lands for 3 turns. That's... Oh boy. I'm gonna have to eat whatever damage comes next turn. If I don't draw a land next turn, might as well scoop. So... Foundry. Yikes. No pumps. We do draw a land. Not a good land, though. He also didn't play anything, which is weird. There's a Foundry. Down to 11. Kumano, down to 10. Xander Lounge. Can't actually do anything, huh? I can bring out the... I mean, I will toss the Etali, I think, this turn. Because I will breach next turn. Assuming I'm not dead just right away. It's pretty scary. Alright, he's letting this happen. If he's letting that happen, then we'll breach. Do I want to keep the field open, though? That's an interesting question, because, I mean, I'm not going to have the mana to use the field, right? Yeah, putting things in his graveyard is not very fun either, but some things have to be done. I'm going to get my Etali out. Maybe I'll take a squee. That way he won't take a squee. Got a Decadent Dragon. We'll burn this out. This will give me a 1-1, and I'm not looking to have 3 blockers. Am I looking to have 3 blockers? I might. Okay, none of that matter. I guess I'll just die to 2 lightning strikes. Felden. I am looking to have 3 blockers. Okay. Actually, this will exile the squee, which is kind of fun. Down to 1. Alright, what can I do when I'm down to 1? Chandra can give me some mana, but I don't know if that will do any good.
You have no idea who you're messing with.
Do I even want the mana to do anything? I don't have counter spells, so what does exiling do? Edict?
Never a bad time to improvise.
Alright, 1 top deck. He has 1 top deck. Non-token creature. Play with fire. GG. Ha. Didn't have it. I mean, it was close. To be fair, he would be dead next turn. I had to take a lot of damage early game because my turn 4 was a tap land. So yeah, it was 1 turn away. Did we get to go first? I don't remember. But again, it was close. Degenerate mono red decks, they do their thing. They definitely do their thing. Echoes are... Oh, I don't know whatever it says. Echoes? Is that even a... Is that part of current lore for standard? I don't think so. Why is Echoes there? Anyways, Gavin. The one goes first. Alright, we got 3 lands. All tapped. It won't even let me play the land? What? Shipwreck Marsh. Okay. Demir. That certainly is a color combo. Also, our hand is not looking great. At least we got that going for us. Maybe it's Esper Legends? Nope, so far still Demir. Ridge. They untap and they start attacking us. I don't like that. Sheoldred. Also don't like that very much. Looks like we're gonna take all the damage in the world here. We potentially just go down to 10 here, right? That's pretty painful. Does it have an Urtai? No, just... Oh, God. 2 lands! That's... Oh, boy. 3 lands. Shut up. Just because you got a lucky draw and got to go first. Look at him all oopsing. Like, so... He's so good at the game. I mean, I think we're just dead. He's got 3 cards. Maybe he has something good. I mean, maybe he doesn't have something good. I feel like he does, though, because this burn down the house will have to do something. Do you have another counterspell? Not yet, but he probably has something else. Burn down the house on 1 Sheoldred. Jesus. Well, our opponent doesn't have to miss a beat. We drew 3 lands in a row, so we're gonna have to miss all our beats. I'm gonna be at 6. I think I'll just die next turn. He's gonna rope. He's looking at his graveyard. Does he have something in his graveyard? For a 1-drop? Oh man, worst kind of players. Whoever Gavin is, you should leave Magic and just never come back. Hello? Oh yeah? Watch this. Oh my god, go for the throw. Go down to 2. Gotta do it this turn before they get counterspells. Their deck's probably full of counterspells. Did they just have 3 Sheoldred? Nothing. Peculiar. Wow. I got a swamp. That's GG. I mean, even drawing from his deck, I drew lands, so yeah. That is what it is. Arena's pretty heartless when it comes to how it matches you up, because I mean, I guess we weren't really even disadvantaged against that deck. It was just our draws were bad, and I think maybe go for the throw. The second fairy might have been too quick, but honestly, like, what were we supposed to do? Not go for the throw, the second fairy? Would that have been better? Because then it will attack us, I don't know if he'll play Sheoldred, but he has a counterspell to back it up then. And then everything else just gets worse. Uh-oh. Okay, this is that deck. This is the domain deck. We're gonna need to get cards fast. We got a Breach, which is good. They got a Beanstalk, which is bad for us. We got land number 4 here, which is very important. Neither of us are really playing anything, but I feel like he is not playing anything is going to be better than me not playing anything. Double up the Beanstalk. Oh boy. See, when I play Beanstalk decks, I never draw my Beanstalk. I've fought against so many opponents that just draw 3 or 4 Beanstalks in a row. Okay, all these are tap lands, so that means I cannot get the mana through. I cannot get the Breach through this turn, because all I drew are tap lands, so that's... let's see. He's got 3, he's got black, so 4. That means 2 mana. He does have... Yeah, he does have a Leyline. I don't want to play Chandra into a Leyline. I think I will throw my Chandra in the graveyard, though. Now I get untapped lands. Thanks for the 5,000 turn. Demolition feels pretty fun. I don't think I'm going to do it this turn, though, so... Right? Not going to do it this turn. What are you gonna give me? Nothing? Seriously? Oh my god. Well, there's Etali. I don't think I want Chandra. Etali's a little bit better. Get to cast whatever spell they have, because Sunfall. Yep. Decline. Put those in the graveyard. Nothing! Jeez. No Leyline Binding either. Here comes probably a Lara then. I didn't see an Lara either. It's a Splunking deck. He should have Sunfall here, right? But he didn't Leyline the Tally, so he's probably Sunfalling me. The Populate? Huh. I would have thought for sure it was a Sunfall. Take out your Spara headquarters. I shall also take action. I'm kind of out of cards too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can Virtue. Just get a Leyline. I mean, he's the populating, so that's probably why he didn't Leyline me. Yeah, right? I think this Leyline would just die. I mean, I think the Virtue would just die to the Leyline, so I don't want to run it out for no reason. It's pretty good, though, right now. I guess burn down a house is also pretty good, but... I want a big score more. He has no island. It's actually interesting right now. He can't attract like there's no island. Brotherhood's End. That does not do anything. So... guess we'll just get a ley line. There's the ley line. He draws 2 cards. I mean, we have all these big beater cards, but we draw our Brotherhood's End, and that's pretty bad, right? And we need to draw good cards, but it's just not happening. And now they have a huge hand and reload with up the Beanstalk ley line. I think we're out. We're out of this game. They have their ley line. I mean, they have their virtue. They can steal our Etali. We need to draw a card fast. Oh man, please don't. Just when I say please don't be bad, it's like one of the worst cards I can draw. I guess lands are probably worse. I can't stop their virtue. I could Etali. So I guess there's that. Doesn't want to tap the Field of Ruin for some reason. Alright, please. Please. Please don't be trash. Oh my god, okay. So trash. I'll keep my own Etali, thank you. These are all so bad. What can I do? I can't even leyline him with the virtue. He's gonna get my Etali and he's gonna get the best cards. Alright, you know what? Forget this. Forget it. This is what happens when your opponent has better luck than you. Which is every game I play, by the way. It kind of feels like, right? We had tallied 3 times, and that's 6 dead cards. They don't have to miss the beat. In fact, we also milled their whole board. It gave us nothing. 10 cards. We milled 10 cards. They have Archangel in their deck. They have Etali in their deck. They have Atraxa in their deck. We got none. Oh my gosh. I know when my opponent breaches, they always hit my best card, so... Now we're playing against Turbo Pignon. Alright, we get to go second with 2 lands. Oh boy. Guess we'll put back a Sheoldred. It's kind of slow. We don't even have red. Why did I keep Brotherhood's End? I mean, Golgari usually have a lot of mana. No, Soul Tie. Alright, are they a self-mill? Yep, self-mill. Okay, we have a pretty bad hand against self-mill as an opener, so... We have basically no disruption at all. And... yeah, these are very good against aggro, so... Against that mono-red deck, this would have been good, but we got no ramp right now. And I'm just gonna be out of this. We can hope that they don't draw anything for like 1,000 turns. In fact, I'm gonna blow up their land right now. I need to get a mountain though, right? But at least they only get to pick one. Green or black, you get to pick one. Picks black. Come on, Turbo Pinot. Alright, he doesn't have any green mana, so he can't squirm yet, but... I mean, I'm not gonna put it past him to squirm next turn. Just land a forest and just do it. I mean, like, we're out of this game. Like, they hit all the cards. Like, oh, okay, yep. Against that deck, we have no way to stop it, right? Like, we could have held up, go for the throw, and then go for the throw to Titan for one turn, and then it'll just do it again. And yeah, that was not fun. I'm gonna play one more game. Rakdos Ramp seems to be doing a lot worse than when I tested the game. Because I played one game and I won one game, so it's 100% win rate, right? Nope. Also, we have had pretty bad luck. D-Brine. Will you give me better luck, D-Brine? Going first, that is already better luck, but what is our opponent, though? And this is always the problem I have with the way they have constructed Standard to be. Well, at least how WotC have decided Standard to be. And it's just too polar extreme. Like, super combo deck that you have to have Disruption or you die on like turn 3 or 4 by their combo. Or super aggressive decks that you have to have board sort of presence or board tempo or you die on turn 4. So what am I supposed to do? I can't do both. Unless I play one of those decks. And that means that you're limiting yourself to playing any one deck or any style of deck, which is not fun, right? Every deck should have some way to fight against every other deck. Otherwise, it's just not a fun game to play. But you can have a lot of shoulds. Doesn't mean it will happen. We're ramping against Golgari. What are they gonna do? Lure Skitters. I think I'm gonna Decadent Dragon him. Because I don't care about Lure Skitters as much. And I really want to hit lands. I don't, though. That's also... What the heck is going on here? Okay. What does a Venture do? Can I not see what a Venture does? So, what I want to see is how... I cannot see how a Venture works. I don't draw a land either, so... Oh wait, I have to draw a turn. Okay, I do draw a land. A painful land, but I draw a land, so... Burn down your house. See, the thing is, I want to see whether or not a Venture goes to my zone or his zone, but I can't tell because it does not... It does not say. Actually, this might say. You may cast this card. After you do, you may then cast the creature later from exile. If you do exile it, you may... I don't... how does that work? Exile on my side or his side? It does not tell me. At all. Do I cast his Sheoldred? He's got 3 mana. No, I'm going to cast Big Mama Sheoldred here. Make him sacrifice his Mosswood Dread Knight, and he'll have to play it again next turn. Go for the throw on Big Mama Sheoldred. I think I can cast Virtue for 7, right? Blackcliff Cleaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I guess I'll cast Sheoldred here. I would have 2 mana up. He'll have to answer Sheoldred, right? So if I cast this dragon, he'll have to answer the dragon too. Interesting. Do I cast the dragon? Or do I cast his Sheoldred and make him answer his Sheoldred? Yeah, let's make him answer his own Sheoldred. Sheoldred's more threatening, and he only have so many go for the throw. You would think. But they probably always have it. The problem with our deck is we can't answer virtues, and they probably also have virtues. Yeah, see? They probably also have virtues. Do we have anything? We have our own Sheoldred, so I guess if they Sheoldred us, we'll have to Sheoldred them. I don't know. He's gonna take our Sheoldred, which then we can take their Sheoldred back. It's kind of a weird play, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 mana. It's gonna make us sacrifice like our big Sheoldred, right? Oh, he blocks. I don't know why he would block. Now he can't attack me with it. Cast with expensive taste. Do I want the 8th mana? Does the 8th mana do anything? Does the Takenuma do anything? I could have Takenuma my Sheoldred out, but then he would just get his own Sheoldred back, so... okay. They do have Terra Thunder. I was wondering if we're gonna get Terra Thundered. Alright, they have a Virtue. We cannot Virtue them. I think that would be game, right? We can... Do they have another Terra Thunder then? I wonder. How much do we take next turn though? 7. That's a lot of damage. I mean, none of these are instant, so my Edict probably won't do much. Underdog? Oh, wow. Okay. We're taking a lot of damage here. It's not like he can take out his Virtue, so... What am I gonna do? Get... this... Draw and we'll trade. I don't need to feel right now, so let's do that right now. Okay, so I guess I have to burn down a house. And then he'll get his Sheoldred back, right? He's gonna take my Sheoldred? Why? I got nothing. I don't think this will matter, because if he has 2 blitzing underdog, we just die. Trespasser. It's gonna take our underdog. I mean, our Sheoldred, so we can't use it. Which, I mean, I guess it's not bad, but I'm gonna take his Sheoldred. Draw a card. Gain that life. We end his Brotherhood. Do we draw a card first, though? Okay, that was a mistake. I made it a 4-4. I don't think I can win anyways, because this is too scary of a board. Can I double cast a spell? I mean, also, draw a land, right? I need to fight for what little bit of life I have left. This has been an enlightening game. Two virtues battling it out. He also has a lot of mana a lot of mana. Four Mosswood Dread Knights, jeez. Tear of Thunder on my... Yo, what? What? You know I have a virtue, right? Like, what the actual heck? I mean, I guess that's his plan. Do I want to make it... +3/+3. Wait, did it? Okay, it did take action. Okay, so we're gonna draw a card. That's a lot of life we're gonna take. I don't want to take all that life. So, we can make this a 6/6. Am I going to play anything? I probably am. Am I going to play two spells? Am I going to draw? No, I'm not going to draw. That will kill me. So, we'll put on the Decadent Dragon here. They have 1 mana. Did they have a 1 mana removal here? What the heck? Is it just a cut down? I'll take out their underdog. So they don't blitz me. Alright, if I burn everything down, the Sheoldred will be able to attack me. And then I would have... Oh boy. Okay, so if I burn everything down, the Sheoldred will attack, and then I will be at 2. Assuming he's got nothing else. But then he'll gain life, and I won't be able to kill him anyways. Whereas if I don't let anything happen to the board, he'll just kill me. So he's got a lot of Mosswood Dread Knights that he can play out in next turn. If I pay 4, I'll have 2 treasure plus that. If I have burned down a house, I can burn down this house, and he can still bring the Sheoldred back. But I will take 4 either way. Right? So... it's a gamble. That is a gamble. Let's do it. I like gambling. I can't even burn down the house. For some reason, I thought I was gonna have 4 treasures. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I do have enough, but I didn't get burned down the house. So, this deck has just been horrendous. But it's not entirely to the deck's fault, although I would say mostly. But there is a big problem with this deck in that this card, the Decadent Dragon, every time I played it, has been kind of iffy. Because I feel like it's a great card when you can steal your opponent's best cards. But that Well, not best cards, right? If you can steal an impactful card from your opponent. But a lot of the times, you're just stealing 2 lands, and then you filter out your opponent's deck a lot better for them. And that's the problem I see with this kind of deck, where you are playing a lot into your opponent's deck, and if your opponent's deck whiffs for you, then you're having a bad time, which is what we did today. It's not a bad deck per se, and it's pretty fun to play because you never know when you're going to hit off and steal from your opponent. That's usually pretty fun. The problem with is when you don't hit for like 6-7 games in a row, you feel like the game is just, you know, rigged against you, which I kind of feel like every game has been. Our opponent get their virtue before we get our virtue every game. And this is where we always kind of fight from behind because we didn't have our virtue before they have their virtue, right? That's really all I got for you. It's also a very fun deck. If you want to just kind of shoot the breeze and have fun with the deck, this probably is one. If you're trying to rank up and try to get to Mythic, this is probably not the deck. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.